All right, thank you all for joining us on Who Taught Us That podcast with Jay and Miss Lady. All right, so Miss Lady, what are we talking about today?
All right. So today we're going to try to get a little bit deeper. I don't know how deep we're going to get, but what I want to know is, do you believe in love and being that love is unconditional? Okay, so where I'm going, because I see you looking like, what?
Yeah, where we going with this?
I want to know, like, how much do you love me? Why do people get married? Do they get married for love? And what is love? Is it, people say, oh, I'm going to love you till death do us part, or there's a condition, but there is unconditional, but there is a condition. Because we were talking a few weeks ago, and you were sharing, I think that somebody was sick, you know, and people leaving people when they're sick. But when were we taught that there was a condition on love? Like, you know, why are we even bothering getting married if there's a condition? Because there is always that possibility that something is going to happen. And so do I stay until I no longer love you? And is that love? Was that ever really love? I see you over there. Wheels are turning. The wheels are turning. Just say it. Just say it.
Yeah, I do believe in love. I do not believe that there should be conditions for you to be in love with somebody. I do think that a lot of people have been taught by what they have seen growing up what love is. And so because of that, that can be a good thing or it could be a bad thing.
Oh, pause. We going deep in this because you said they're taught. Are they really taught? Like, you know, I think love is the one emotion that really can't be explained. Like, what is love? Like, when you feel it, oh, I'm in love. Are you in love? And can you fall out of love? When you fall in love, can you fall out of love?
I disagree with you saying that love is one emotion. What did you say, that you can't control?
No. I said explain. Like, people can't really explain the feeling of love. Like, if I say, June, do you love him?
Can.
What do you feel? How does that love make you feel?
I had that tingling inside with my butterflies in my stomach. That's infatuation.
I think there is a level. This is what I think. Help me out here. Jump on in there. I think there's a level. I think we start with a very high liking for someone. A liking that could have kind of teetered into lust or whatever the case. But it's very much a liking, a very strong attraction to that person. Or it could be the butterflies and all that. And then as time goes on, I really don't think you love someone immediately.
I agree.
I think there's that attraction comes in and makes you think. But I think over time, you learn to love them. And I think that's the type of love. And when I say over time, I mean in years, not months. Because, and I say that, Jay, because things happen. So I think love is really pressed when things happen. And then that's when you really know if you love someone. Not, like you said, the butterflies, the tingling. I think that's just a very strong attraction that you have for that person. But let those tests and trials come. And that's when you really know if you love someone. And that's what I mean by unconditional. You know, versus, well, if he hadn't lost his job, we was good till he lost his job. When he lost his job, that's when it went downhill. Why? If you love him losing his job, I mean, that's added stress, but it shouldn't take the love away.
Well, sometimes I think it takes the love away because people's behaviors are different. When the situation changes, when there's a situation that comes about and it changes, does that person change? So we can say that I fell out of love with them because they lost their job, but did they lose their job and then they lost their motivation? Did they lose their job and now they're verbally and physically abusive? Did they lose their job? And I mean, there's other things. So the factor is just they like to say, oh, I don't love them no more because they lost their job. But do you ever ask the additional questions? Well, what happened? Did something else happen? I mean, now are they just sitting around? Are they still not dropping the kids off to school and picking them up? So are you still doing all the things you was doing when they was working? So I just think that there are other things because people do not communicate. And so that's where the problem, that's where the breakdown is, because you want your spouse to step up, not step down.
Right.
And so when they step down and then they keep going down the ladder instead of come stand up at the top, then that's what causes you to fall out of love. Because do you think that little of me, that you don't want to help, or that you don't want to still be kind, that you still don't want to do all the things that you did for me, even though you don't have the finances? You know, because everything don't cost money.
Right.
Walking around the corner, holding my hand, going to the park, all those things are free. So something else had to have happened for you to fall out of love.
Okay, so you've said that a couple of times. So fall out of love. When you love somebody, can you stop loving them?
I don't think so, but I think that there are a lot of factors that can hinder you from loving them more, or that can reduce the amount of love that you have for them. Like when people are entertaining other people, now they have interfered with all the attraction that they have for you, because now somebody else is
Okay.
coming
All
in.
right. You saying these keywords. I'm liking the way this is going because I think the love is there, but the attraction is lessened. So I
Yes.
think the love is still there, or it could be. The love could still be there, but the attraction, you're no longer attracted. Like you said, if somebody lost their motivation, this ain't the person that I was attracted to. The person I was attracted to was strong-willed and
Right.
blah, blah, blah. So I still love you, but I'm not attracted to the version of you right now. And so, yeah, I think that's more in line, because in my mind, and then how many times, if you don't want to if you don't want to answer, that's fine.
I probably won't answer.
How many times do you think you've been in love?
Too many.
Do you think it's
Yes.
for real? And the reason I'm at, so how this whole, let me just go here. How this came about was I was talking to my friend, and she has a brother, and I met her when I think I was 12, so she had to be like 11, and her brother was a little older. And he was my first little crush, and this is like my little boyfriend. I loved him, like, oh, And so 50 years later, it ain't 50, but a long, long time later, she was like, oh, your first crush is here, and say hi. And I was like, oh, man, I used to love him. I used to, or I thought I did, because
Right.
I'm a kid.
Yes.
And then that made me think, like, dang, how many people have I thought I loved?
Yes,
How
exactly.
many people did I? And I swear I loved them at that time in my life. And it just made me think, like, I started thinking, like, do we even know what love is?
Interesting. Well, I think your first love has to be your higher power, because you have to
My
be
girl gonna go think.
able to be stable in who you are before you can love other people. Now, the flip side to that is when you have your children, who taught you to love them? Nobody taught you to love them. They didn't buy you nothing. They didn't do nothing for you. But that unconditional love never changed for your kid. Ever, 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 ever. I don't care if they done stole from you, set your house on fire, whatever. You are still going to love them. So why can't it be the same for someone that you didn't give birth to?
It ain't. It's not. I believe what you just said. I agree with everything you just said, and I believe your children, not for everybody, but those, that truly, your children are your first unconditional. Like you said, they can do. You get mad, you cuss them out. Those that do. You just, but they still come here. What you need, you might, or this my last 20, whatever the case. But yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. So I don't know, when you love someone, and I think if you get hurt or they do something thought of, I think that really messes you up because now you have to block your heart.
We teach ourselves. Like, I ain't about to do that. I know this his favorite. He like lemon cake. I ain't about to make him no lemon cake.
Yeah.
Because then he gonna think blah, blah, blah. But you want to do it. But you, like you said, you teach yourself not to. So you start suppressing.
Suppressing. Yes,
Yeah.
that's the word. Yeah. Because you just don't want to be hurt. So, why do people put conditions on it? I don't know, other than the fact that people don't want to be hurt. And so, again, going back to other things that I said, I don't want to be hurt. So if I see that you're one of them people that you like to, like, take that little ice pick out and at me, then yeah, I'm just backing up completely. And I know it could just be something that's going on in their life, but if they're not communicating that with me, and I love when people go, I'm just working on communication, but you ain't saying nothing. When I ask hard questions, you tight-lipped. That's not communicating. And I ask you the same question, you always tight-lipped. That's not communicating, because this could be the factor that is causing you to be, to cause strain on the relationship. But no, I'm doing so good communicating. No, you're not. You're telling me what you want to tell me, not what I want to talk about. So if you want to talk about what happened down the street to Miss Lady, and you talk about that all day long, but we come back to your household and ask a question. Now you ain't got nothing to say.
So if you could hold a class, seminar, whatever, would you put a time stamp on how long a couple should be together before they consider marriage?
No.
You wouldn't?
Mm-mm.
Why is that? So do you think that some people are just like automatically like they're meant to be, where they can get married and be together for 50 years, and then others might need to wait or whatever the case?
Yes.
Okay.
And the reason why is the chemistry between the two people. I mean, I know that opposites attract and you can make that work, but if you are equally, I don't like to say equally yoked, but if you are on the same page with your higher power, you have just achieved so many more goals than other people, because you don't never want to be that spouse that wants to do something one way when you know they're not going to do it your way. That causes conflict. So if you at least on the same page in the beginning with that and nobody wavers from it, then yeah. I mean, I've seen people get married. One of my best friends, she met her husband in college, and they weren't dating very long, and here we are years later. They didn't have many children and still together, but they have that basic foundation. And once you have that basic foundation, that just cannot be shook unless somebody moves away from the foundation. But if you have a spouse strong enough to say, hold up, Miss Lady, now you moving out of our circle, come on back. But you got to have somebody in tune with you to be able to do that.
Right.
Because it could just lead down the bad road. Now, I've seen people dated for a long time, got married, wasn't married, they sneezed and they was divorced. And they was like, oh, see, we should have never got married. But you've been together 10, 12 years. So what happened once you got married?
So do you think that there's something along with love for couple number one? Like you said, they've been together for years and years. Do you think that they have some, I know you said God first, but do they have something else? And maybe that something else is God. So they have God and love?
I think it tends to work better when the man, and I'm going to say
it again. Say it again. I'm ready.
When the man loves the woman so much that he wouldn't do nothing to destroy her.
When a man
just like Christ does. And I really believe that. And I know that a lot of people aren't religious, but my thing is you can't get away from that. A man who really, 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 really loves his woman like he loves God will never do nothing to break her down. I don't care how mad he is. He ain't gonna be like, you one-eyed sucker. Like, none of that's gonna come out their mouth.
I agree. And I say men with conscience is what I say. But it's along the same, like, if that man loves, I think men love different. They definitely love different. And if you got a man that loves and cherishes his wife, his woman, whatever, yeah, more than likely they gonna. Unless she's trash. If she's trash,
I've seen that too.
Yeah,
when the woman is just trash and he trying to do everything right. I'll be like, oh Lord, another one going down.
Right. Right. But yeah, I do believe that. I believe there's good men out there that lead and they love their wives, and it's a beautiful thing. Yeah.
And I've seen people put on a front, like in public, they look a certain way, but I got that discernment. I'd be like, he at home dusting that tail. And I remember one of my friends at the time would always be like, oh my God, I love to see such and so together, and that's how I want my husband. I said, oh, nope. I said, don't you do that. I said, you don't be praying for your husband to be like somebody else's husband, because you only see them out in public. You don't really know what's going on. You don't even have a friendship with them to hear the other side of the story. And some people are so tight-lipped, they're not going to tell you the downs that's going on in their house. So you don't ever pray for somebody else's, for your spouse to be like somebody else, because you really don't know what that looks like.
Exactly.
And so many people now with social media, they all taking out, oh, we this, we that, we that. If you so busy trying to convince me, I know it ain't right.
I'm going to throw my line out there. I need him to cook, clean, do laundry. What else?
They need to do all that?
Yes. Yeah, he needs to. Let me cater to you. He needs to cater to me.
And my thing is this, that kind of stuff I'm not worried about, but as long as they are willing to do those things when they see it needs to be done. Now, you ain't got to wash clothes and all that, but if you see, oh shoot, this is getting full, let me go ahead, and then I'm like, oh Lord, yes, touch my heart.
Right. I agree with you. Now, I don't want somebody but I do want somebody that is very considerate of me. Like, this isn't my job. Don't try to make me do everything. Help me. Help. Let's do this together.
But so this is the caveat to that.
Okay.
Because people say that all the time, but when it's time to take out the trash, are you gonna take out trash?
I will.
Or do you think that's a man's job?
No, I will. I will very much.
Just like cutting grass, and getting up on the roof.
Yep, shout. Well, I ain't gonna get up on the roof.
It's getting up on the roof.
But I might not want him to get up on the roof.
Carrying the ladder around to do, get up, put the ceiling fan up. See, there are some things that as a female we can do, but we rather not do it.
I'll replace the ceiling fan. Don't play. Look, shoot,
you are a rare person because you like tinkering with electronics.
Sure
so that's not really fair to say. What about getting the mouse out the house?
I ain't gonna be able to do that one.
You ain't gonna be able to do that. So that's his job.
He gonna need look here. Let me put this out there for them. If you scared of mice, don't even call me.
Because both of y'all gonna be talking about pack up the house and move.
Yeah, don't call me. Yeah, I'm trying to hide behind you, and you trying to hide behind me. This ain't gonna work.
So he gonna be hollering louder than you.
Yeah,
and y'all both gonna be flying out the house.
No,
see, that's what I'm saying. So when the women do that, to me, I just think it's
it got to be a good balance.
Yeah, it got to be a good balance.
When you say it like that, has to be a good balance.
Yes.
Yeah,
because I'm not a cook. I can cook, but I don't want to cook.
Right.
So, I've been blessed to be around significant others that don't mind cooking. Now, if I see that I done got on their nerves and I ain't been in the kitchen, I'll be like, let me whip something up to remind them that I do know how to cook a little something, But, yeah, I'm not going to be like, well, I do say sometimes what you want for dinner, but I just did. I just, but I will cook. It's just, I don't know, because I grew up in a house of a mother who cooked and cleaned all the time, that I wasn't the kid in the kitchen talking about, Mama, let me cut up the onions. I know.
Right.
I just wasn't that kid. But I can cook. I can do all the things, but I'm just not going to raise my hand up. Do I love hoard? Absolutely. But I just have seen bad relationships, even growing up. And I'm one of those people, I don't want to be in the bad relationship. So if you cheating and you doing this and that we done.
So you said you love hard. So is there someone out there that you still love?
No.
No?
Why are you trying to throw me under the bus?
I'm not trying to I'm just asking. Because I was about to make a point.
Make the point.
Falling in and out of love. So that means you've never truly loved nobody then, right?
That ain't true. What you mean? Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. Let's redo this. Now, what are we saying? Hold on. Maybe I misunderstood you.
Asked
Don't
if
ask
there
the
was...
question. Tell me what you said after that. I have to change my position in my chair and everything because, baby, we about to fight up in this place.
I want to know, I asked the question, right?
Is there somebody that
out
I
there
love?
that you still love? And then I said, so you never really truly been in love because, again, if you can fall out of love, did you really love that person?
I think you can fall out of love with people. I do.
You don't think love is love? Like, it goes back to what you just said about your kids and stuff. You still love them, so maybe that person wasn't right for you. You still love them, but y'all just not together. You don't have a love for someone?
Oh, I love a lot of people.
No.
Let's let you answer your own question. Answer your question, ma'am.
I don't love nobody.
Oh my God, Lord have mercy, help her, y'all.
I ain't love it. Nah, I'm just playing. There might, I don't even want to say it. What had happened was Charlie Brown. No,
you said that question was weird.
It's
weird.
It's not weird.
You
it's just we don't want to. Yeah, we don't want to talk about it. But I will say, yes, I have a love for someone. Am I in love with anybody? No. Mm-hmm. Am I in love with anybody? No. So, and I say that, do you really love somebody? Do you really love them if you think at one point you was in love with them, right? Mm-hmm. But then as time goes, y'all gone y'all separate way, and you like, oh, I mean, they cool, I care about them, but I'm not in love. Like, I'm not going backwards. I'm not. And I think people that really love, I think that if the opportunity present itself again, you'd be like, oh, yeah, because your heart.
Yeah, your heart gets triggered by the recall of all the goodness of the person. But then some people start acting like...
They do. So that's... Mm-hmm. So
are you in love with them? Exactly. I think you can be in love with people. I mean, I think you can rekindle.
Okay, yes, you can rekindle. You can rekindle feelings for anybody. But I'm saying, like, sitting here, right now, and you be like, man, Chucky, that was the love of my life. So if I saw Chucky again, I should have something light up in me that pulls me towards Chucky, because that
not if it wasn't a healthy relationship. Some of that too is infatuation. I didn't say I wanted
him. It's just the love I have for him.
Well, maybe I can't distinguish the two. Maybe I'm not there yet.
That's why the original question. Yeah, like what did
know? Yeah, there are people that I could say, yeah, I love them. But
you love them because you care about them. Yeah, because that's the kind of love I hear when you speak. Mm-hmm. I care about them. Yeah, I love them. I care about them. Yeah, but you're not. I'm talking about in love, like, man.
I can't live without them.
Yeah, I really want them in my life. I want to try to figure out a way to make it work.
No, I'm not gonna figure out nothing.
She can pull back to the attitude.
I'm not gonna figure out nothing, because if it's gonna work, it's gonna work. Right. And I think that's where people go wrong. Yeah, that's where people go wrong, trying to force something to work. I'm not forcing nothing. I'm just not gonna do that.
Okay, so maybe figure out was not the right words for me to use, especially with you. But I'm saying, like, have you been around somebody? Maybe you see them and you like, dang, you ain't ready to leave just yet because they still there and kind of link. And you know that attraction is there, and you just kind of want to gravitate to where they are because it's something. Why are you?
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand you. I cannot stand you right now.
Keep on talking.
I'm just saying, there's not gravitation. The
Uh-huh.
gravity pull hasn't pulled you closer to somebody that you know ain't right for you.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. My goodness.
Yeah, that's called lust. That's called being unequally yoked.
No.
That's what that's called.
Is it really lust?
Yes,
if you've
it
already
is.
had them, is it lust?
Yeah,
Is it?
because you like what they can give you. Absolutely, it's lust. Absolutely.
Well, I ain't
It's
never
not.
been in lust.
I'm sure you have, and maybe you just haven't identified it as that. But yeah,
To where I run up on somebody that I've been in my past that I just want to drop my. I have not.
well, you didn't say all that. Drop your pen. You said
Well, ain't that
you
what
said
lust is?
gravitate towards them.
But isn't that lust? I mean, when you lust for somebody, don't you want to just skin to skin, touch them, whatever?
That don't necessarily mean that y'all gonna have a sexual
Okay,
encounter.
well, what's lust then?
Just
Help me out.
wanting to be with them all the time and spend time with them.
I don't think so. I don't think that's lust.
We need to
ma'am.
look up the definition
yeah,
of
we gotta
lust.
think we need
I
to
don't.
Google.
I don't think you're gonna see sex in lust. They are not. They are not the same. You're going to look it up because lust and sex.
Lust
that is-
leads to sex.
No, you'd have been in the church too long. You done heard them old church women talking. You shouldn't lust after another. No, I promise you. When you look up lust, sex is not gonna be in that definition. That's something somebody done taught your tail.
Oh, okay. So I was taught that.
You was taught that. Yeah, go on and read the definition because I promise you, sex is not gonna be in that definition.
Well, we got to
Yeah,
learn something
take
today
your
'cause I
glasses
didn't-
off.
yeah.
Let's see.
It says lust is an intense, often unbridled desire, most commonly for sexual gratification. Thank you.
Yeah,
I
that,
plead my
but you know
case.
that definition probably came up because we didn't say
But-
sex 10 times.
But
and,
it can
AI
also
be doing that
apply
kind of
to
stuff.
other strong cravings like power and wealth. But yeah, that's what I've always thought. Lust. Lust
Yeah,
is it's
that's-
a very.
no.
And then the dictionary.
Oh, well, what was
defines
the
it.
first? What
The
did you
first-
say? Who was the first one?
The first one was this AI.
Yeah,
you
see,
know.
because we already said sex and it picked it up.
But the dictionary's definition of lust, a very strong sexual desire.
Mm-mm.
I'm telling
Is that
you.
Webster? Who's that from?
That's Oxford.
Yeah, who is that?
Ah.
We didn't grow up on no Oxford. We grew up on
Yes.
Webster. I need Webster's but they update it all every year. That's what the spelling bee people say.
You just over there. Look, now you acting like one of them people. You over there in denial. You know
No, I
lust
ain't-
when you was growing up with sex.
No, that's what the old people would say. I'm about to look up on my own dang on phone because
Yeah, so
Well,
I've never
wait.
had that where I just wanted somebody in my past where I ran across them like, ooh, yeah, I need that again. Because that's lust. That's not love. We have stumped Jay.
No, y'all haven't. Cause see,
She don't want to admit
I
that.
don't want to admit it because I just think that
There's
is
somebody out there that want to make her bang, bang, bang.
It said, in a secular sense, a strong impulse for gratification, while in religion or spiritual content, it is often viewed as a sinful desire that can lead one away from a prescribed moral path. Did I say sex?
Sex.
I did not say sex. The true meaning depends on the content. So see, probably if we hadn't said sex a couple of times, that wouldn't even have came up on your phone. Lust is a potent psychological impulse, often linked to a powerful craving.
I want you.
Some
That craving.
BS.
Yes. That's why I said I believe a lot of people fall in lust or strong like first. And then it might go to love. I think it's a lot of people out there that have never, ever, ever experienced love. I don't think so because they fall in too fast and fall out fast. And I think love is the 60 and 75 years of marriage where, you get past the physical and now we love each other. I'm there for her, she there for me, and blah, blah, blah. I think that's what love is. I think the way that people are, defining it now is just truly physical. It's conditions. It's as long as you working, as long as, I've heard people say that, well, as long as they working, as long as they doing this, as long as they, catering after me, as long as they taking care of me, yeah, I'm going to love them. I'm going to be there.
Well, I think a lot of people just are misconstrued about love because of what they see on social media. Not realizing, I heard somebody give a good description about social media and saying, oh, it's just an act, like act 1, act 2, and how, when the cameras are off, there is somebody totally different as opposed to when they're performing on stage and, now they're all, this person, that person. And that's why it looks so consistent, because a household is not always consistent. And so when there's change, communication is going to always be something I go back to, because I think that's where we all go wrong at. And a lot of times in relationships, people communicate with everybody but the people that are in the house. That's where we go wrong at. So, and I hate when somebody say, well, I already told you that. No, you didn't. So that means you're talking to somebody else. Well, we had that conversation. No, we didn't.
I have another question for you. That's going to stump you. Now, so you said earlier about the man loving the woman, and so could you marry someone that you didn't love because he loved you and treated you so good, but you didn't love him like that? You had a love for him, but you didn't love him like that. Could you marry him knowing that he's going to treat you good?
I think I would be doing a disservice to him.
Why?
Because that's not fair to him.
I
think that they deserve the same amount of love that they're giving out. Could I marry them? I don't.
You love them. You care about them. You're a good person. You won't cheat or nothing like that. You just don't have the same love for him as he does for you.
Probably so, which is horrible.
I know, and I believe a lot of people do that. I believe a lot of people marry because based off how somebody treats them or how they make them feel. He got a good job, so I'm going to marry him. But I don't love him like that. I love him. I care about him, but I don't love him like that.
Yeah, and some people get married because they've been with that person for a while. And then they ask them, and they're like, oh, okay, we could get married. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're in love. Yeah, right. I can see that.
Yeah, and then they grow on them as time goes on.
I don't know about all that.
You don't think? You don't think that a person?
Why do you think they would grow on them?
You don't think that a person can grow? The more time you spend with someone, you don't think you grow on them? It's like your best friend. Like you come home, you having dinner, you watching TV, you know what they like, they know what you like. As time goes on, you just grow. They're your person. They grow on you. Like, oh, my husband gonna be out of town. I kind of miss him. And because he grow. We are having technical difficulties today with Jay. She is out of pocket.
I don't know about all that.
You don't think someone will grow on you? So, again, going back, you just said you can marry this man. So, you didn't marry Jimmy. Jimmy love you, love you. And he going to do everything he possibly can to make you happy. You like, all right, Jimmy cool. I care about Jimmy. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and marry Jimmy. Cause
that is doing a disservice.
Because Jimmy is a good man. I'm
is,
attracted to Jimmy. But I don't love him like that, but I do love him. Okay? I ain't going to cheat. I was brought up right, so I'm not going to cheat.
Who taught you was brought up right? Somebody probably thought you was brought up wrong, but keep going.
Yeah, and so after, y'all 20 years later, you and Jimmy, y'all still kicking it. Jimmy has grown on you. He didn't grow on you. I'm just saying, you don't think so?
Yes. I could see where you're going with that. And I can appreciate what you're saying about Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I do believe that that person will grow on you. But I mean, what keeps you from? Why do you think that is? Because you're spending more time with that person?
Because y'all married. Y'all should, I mean, as a husband and wife, y'all should be unified, sharing the same bed.
No, that's not why you said I married them.
You marry him because he's good to you. But
Yeah,
I'm saying as y'all were in a relationship, y'all was being, together. You know what I'm saying? He was knowing you.
Yes.
And so he want to take it to the next step of marrying you because he really loves you. And you're just like, maybe Jimmy was a placeholder until the right, And so wasn't nothing wrong with Jimmy. He was cool. You was dating him and all that. But he just didn't make your heart skip the beats that you was. And he asked you to marry him and you like, okay, cool. So I'm saying over time, I hope that Jimmy would grow on you because y'all are married, spending this time. Nothing's really changed except for, this piece of paper, right? I'm just saying.
I don't know. I don't see that. The jury is out.
You ain't gonna marry Jimmy now.
I'm just saying. I just don't see it like that. I have to.
So you want to be in love?
I want to be in love. I want to know that. I want to believe.
I'm about to hit you. I'm about to gut punch you.
Okay, go ahead. Go on and hit me.
You know that you just said a while ago that there's a fear of you being hurt. Right? So I believe, now I'm not, y'all can come for me, but I believe that the reason that it was said for men to love their wives as Christ loved the church, because that love is there, it's established. Usually when women love like that, they're the ones that get hurt. That's when Pookie then showed up, not Jimmy, but Pookie. And Pookie taking your car and driving it, dropping you off at work, and you coming and cooking, and Pookie then ate and took your car over Betty Jean's house and spent the night with her and left you home with the kids and all that. See, that's why you can't. I mean, it's cool if you find somebody to where y'all can share that love, but if you want to love like that, you're gonna get your feelings hurt.
I don't think that's fair.
You don't think it's fair?
And I don't agree with that.
You don't? Okay, well tell me, why isn't it fair?
Because just because I don't like Jimmy don't mean I don't like someone like Jimmy.
I didn't say you didn't like Jimmy. I said Jimmy was cool. You just didn't love Jimmy like Jimmy loved you. But you had a love for Jimmy. But
you said I done went over to Pookie's, and now I'm in love
because you
with
want
Pookie.
You said you want to be in love, butterflies and all that. That's what you want, right?
No, I'm not saying that. No, you're twisting my words. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay, well,
I'm saying.
Do you want Pookie or Jimmy? Who you want?
I want Jimmy. I want someone to love me unconditionally, but I need to be attracted to Jimmy.
You are attracted to Jimmy.
Okay, and I want to love Jimmy the same way.
Love him,
are you saying that a woman would never love a man the same?
No. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
Because there's plenty of women out there that love men to death. Like they love their dirty draws, right? 9 times out of 10, those women are the ones that's getting their feelings hurt.
Why? Because they love too hard?
Because they love too hard. And once a man, please don't come for me. In my past, I have learned that when a man knows that he has power over that woman that loves him is when he treats her the worst.
Oh, yes.
So that's what I'm saying.
But that's hard. But that's not love.
That's not love. But it's love from her going to him. He don't deserve her love. So what I'm saying, what I'm trying to get you to wrap your head around, you like Jimmy. You and Jimmy kicking it. You liked him enough to go out with him. Y'all have an established relationship. Let's just say y'all been dating for 5 years. It's established. You like him. But you don't have that love, like I'm so in love with him. But he loves you like that. He loves you like whatever you need, whatever you want, whatever I can do I'm going to die trying to please you. And you like, cool, I love you too. But your love is not as strong. So that's what I'm saying. Like, do you marry Jimmy, or do you keep looking for Pookie? Do you keep looking for the Pookie out there that your love is so strong for Pookie that he can do you dirty when you got a good man over here?
Well, see, so that's where we're not in agreement about. Because when you talk about Jimmy, you talk about Jimmy's love for the female. But when you talk about Pookie, you talk about the female's love for Pookie. It's not the same.
Yeah, because Pookie ain't loving her. Pookie using her.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I believe that a man and a woman can love each other the same. What I hear you say is it's not going to be the same.
I think that someone outloves someone. I believe that the love is not equal. I do not believe that.
Okay. Well, an older lady told me a long time ago, the person who loves the hardest is the one who's going to get hurt. Mm-hmm. Now, do you believe that?
Mm-hmm, I do. And that's usually the woman.
That's horrible.
Yes, I believe that. Yes.
Well, they were saying it in reverse.
Yes.
To me.
Yes.
Saying, you about to, you about to break their heart. I was like, what? Because they love you so much and this and this and that. But that wasn't the case. It was in reverse.
Well,
because they misread everything.
That's what I was about to say. She might have misread it. She might have thought he loved you more. But yeah, I do. I believe that if that man is not loving you as strongly as you loving him, then yes, you're going to get your feelings hurt. Because women are the caretakers. We're the caregivers. Like, you know, we want to love. We want to nurture. We want to do all that. We want to, oh, you my man, let me cook for you. Let me do this. What can I do to make you happy? That's just part of our human nature. Men aren't built up like that. So if you find somebody that's like, what do you want? What can I do to make you happy? What, girl, you better snatch them up because they come a dime a dozen.
I disagree with that. I mean, I've been in relationship where people go out their way for me, and they know me like a book. I think you will like this. I'm gonna give this to you. I get all that, but I'm still sifting through that, and I can still see that you ain't right.
Well, they don't love you. They do not love you. Jay.
So what do you call that? If they're going out their way, you just describe somebody.
I think we had this conversation before. I believe that you cannot be with somebody and hurt them and say that you love them.
I agree. Now, we do agree on that.
Yeah, so if he could treat you.
And what do you mean by hurt?
Hurting you, whatever. He knows he's hurting you, lying, cheating, whatever it is that he's doing. He can have a love for you. He can treat you. I've seen that growing up. I've seen men cater to women, buy them stuff, treat them like they go. I mean, look, my brother not putting his business out there, but let me tell you something. He will make that woman feel like no other woman in this world exists, and leave her and go to the next one and make her feel the same way. They are not all men, but a lot of men are programmed design. I mean, they can do that. That's like a skill that they have.
Oh God.
Yes, and so. You think he loving you because he's doing X, Y, Z.
I know. So how do you know that it's not love?
Because of how he treats you.
But you just said he's doing everything to make you think that you're on top of the world. But you don't know that he's hurting you. You don't know that he's seeing other people. So, I mean, so what?
You said something earlier, and communication, whether it's verbal, nonverbal, whatever. Yeah, you know. There is something that God gave us to let us know something ain't right. This is too good to be true. He wants me to...
Well, we could think the same thing about Jimmy. This is too good to be true. You see how it's hard?
But Jimmy probably proved... Okay. Oh, Lord, she gonna make my blood pressure go. Look, some men, you see it. Now, my brother, you see it. Like, what?
You see it in what way?
His actions, you see it. If she don't recognize it, I mean, what is wrong with you?
Give me an example. Like, what do you mean?
I mean, the slick talk, you just see it. It's something that comes off of them. You know that it ain't right. You know it. You feel it.
But you can't prove it.
Your mind, your gut.
Should you be able to prove it, or you just
go
by your gut?
Your gut has told you he ain't right, and you've ignored it. How many times have you? Yes.
I ignore red flags all the time. I'll be
Yeah.
like, let me blow that out.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. He might do everything. He might come with flowers. And first of all, if he's always in a good mood, that's a red flag.
What?
Yes. So if he's coming, so you trying to tell me ain't nobody having no bad day? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, ma'am.
So if he's coming knocking on your door, hey, baby, here's your flowers, hey, and everything is just all goody all the time, red flag.
What?
No, because I'm going to need you to tell me how your day went. I'm going to need to see that other side of you that I know exists.
I don't know that I agree with you, but keep going.
Why wouldn't you agree?
I don't know why we can't agree when it comes to relationships. What is that about?
Because you be living in La La Land.
I do live in La La Land. That I can't agree with. Yes.
I know that.
I want to believe that there are some true, authentic, and I do believe that there are some true, authentic men out here who cater to their wives, who do everything that they're supposed to do, that they have great communication. And maybe because I have sons, I don't know, but I want to believe that there are men out there who can do all things.
And I agree. So we agree with that. I agree with you. I believe that I know that there are good men out there that will go to the end of the earth and back for their woman, their family, and all that. They do exist, yes. But then there's the wolves in sheep's clothing. Those are the ones, they portray, they what does they say? They send their representative out.
Yes.
And they look the part, act the part, all that. But your gut is telling you this man ain't right.
Yeah.
And I'm saying there's certain clues, and maybe it's just the gift that God has gave you to help you see it. But there's certain clues that they leave behind to let you know that they not right. It don't matter how many bouquet of flowers and how many times he take you to dinner and there's something about him that you recognize in him that lets you know that he's not right. Now, you just said something very important. Can I overlook that because I want to believe?
Oh, yeah.
I want to believe so bad.
Which is always the error that women make. Because you should walk away at that point.
Right. And so then we look up and we in this situation. Like you said, somebody could be beaten behind closed doors, beating my tail or whatever. But he treat me so good. He treat me so good. It's only when I make him Ike. It's only when I don't do what I'm supposed to do. And I knew that I knew that he didn't like garlic on his chicken.
Right.
I knew it, and I put garlic on that chicken.
Yeah. But some people are not even physical abuse. They're emotional.
Yes.
They pull you away from your friends.
Upset.
It's just all the things.
Yeah. Why are you talking to her?
Yeah.
I don't want you. Don't I do everything for you? Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen it all. I done seen it all. So I don't know that we really resolved this issue because we love differently. And it is hard for me to pivot, but I definitely see the red signs. I don't always blow them out, but I'll be like, girl, this ain't gonna work. I don't even know why you tripping.
And I think I'm too hard.
Yes.
I'm not necessarily out there with my telescope.
I know. I think you think everybody is Pookie.
I
want to believe everybody is Jimmy, but I'm sitting back going, Any minute now, Pookie gonna show up, and I'm be like,
you know what? I don't believe everybody. There was this one guy. He would have got me. He would have got me. He had the right conversation and everything, and I think that was it right there in the nutshell, that conversation, that communication. We were talking, he was on my level, like we could actually, like he could relate to what I was talking. And I'm like, man, I ain't had good conversations that stimulate my mind in a bit. And no, he wasn't right. He was not right, but he could have.
What wasn't right about him?
His wife and...
Oh my God.
But I'm saying, had I not started paying attention, and because I was ignoring them, and then I was like, hold on, girl. Hold on. Get it together. Now.
Because you had them butterflies.
I didn't have the butterflies yet, but I started paying. I'm like, he only called me on weekend, you know, or he called on the weekend, but it's after a certain hour you don't hear from him. You know, oh yeah, I went to bed early. You know, just
I
So,
remember I
yeah.
told somebody that before. I said, "Who are you protecting?" And they just got quiet. I said, "Yeah, you live with somebody or something. You ain't gotta call me no more. It's cool. We could be cool, but I mean, you didn't already show me that you doing something else. Like,
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Yep, them red flags. Because I think we want to believe. I think going back to what you said, I think we want to believe that there's still good people, good men out here that exist. And you just don't want to judge someone too soon. But I definitely think we need to pay more attention to our gut.
I believe it. I agree. We agree on that.
All right. Well, since we agree on that, we're going to wrap this on up. And as always, we are grateful to those who joined us today discussing things that challenge our mindset. So until the next time, become your own peace. Be slow to speak, fast to think. And before you release it, ask yourself, who taught us that?